What do we now know? Well, as the Bible once said, this is a spiritual war. This war has now come up to the front of the line, that people are now aware of what's really happening. This war was always been about the conscious of the mind, at what mindset you're placed in. And it's based on dimensions from 1 to 50, but just say a number. It doesn't really matter. When we start out, we're in first, second dimension, which we don't believe some things are true. Like, oh, I don't believe that. That's not true. That's putting yourself in the first, second dimension where your mind has a restriction. You have not advanced to the next level. And all this is a video game with the same amount of levels as the dimensions have. People will say, well, I don't believe in dimensions. Well, it doesn't matter if we believe in it or not. It's fact, and it's going to move on with or without you. So what do we know? Well, we have found out recent years of research, our Bible, which is our guide, has been compromised. Some things that didn't happen, some things that did, it's not in there. Enoch was taken out of the Bible because he told the truth of what's really going to happen. And you can find it on the Keys of Enoch. There's different things we're seeing that, one of the ones is the Jays weren't created until around the 1500s. Well, if the Jays didn't create around the 1500s, then where did the word Jesus come from? John. All these letters with J. King James. Well, it seems like these had started at 1611 when King James put out the first King James Bible, which, if you know the history of King James, Constantine, and the Vatican, they're all Satanists. They don't believe in God. They believe they are evil is the God. And if you don't believe that, go look at the pictures of the Vatican and look at what's inside, how it's designed as a serpent. So these are the things about conscious mindset that people don't understand. Everything's been placed in front of us. It's only up to us to seek it out. The foods, we already know that the food's been contaminated with chemicals. We know the air is sprayed with chemicals, and we know the water has chemicals, fluoride, chlorine. Those are all harsh chemicals that actually create kidney and liver issues. That we do know. That's fact. What do we do about it? Well, natural. It's always been the way. In the beginning, when you heard about potions and lotions, that was satanic and evil. Now, what do you hear about potions and lotions? Oh, it's part of the way of life. It's part of seeking a way to heal yourself. In reality, it falls under pharmaca, which breaks down to the word pharmacy. Sorcery. Those are all connected. So when we say we're Christians, and that word really hasn't came to the front yet of what it really means in reality, because we're technically light beings. In a way, we're immortal. We don't really die. The vessel, which our body is, can't be replaced with another one. The soul, the light body, never dies. So when you see yourself as a deja vu, then think about it. Well, I think I've been here before. You have. Some people have been repeating this journey up to 15 times. This time, because of the war, we're now seeing that this is the final battle. God already has won. The Creator has already won. That was evident. So what do we know now? to get to the next level from the third dimension, where most of us are at, to the fourth dimension, you have to increase the conscious mind. How do you increase your conscious mind? Well, one way is research what you're being told to believe what is truth. All we're looking for is the truth, and what will set you free. There will be different things in the path that will block us. There will be obstacles. There will be distractions. These are designed to take you away from the expansion of conscious mind to the next level. A lot of people think that, oh, this is all hocus pocus or stuff like that. It's not. It's like a child. You want to know the real truth, you ask a child something, and they'll laugh and tell you things you would not have believed, because their minds haven't been corrupt yet with all the deprogramming, the school education system. That was the biggest programming issue there. 12. Why not 13? Oh, because they're scared of the number 13. Because 13, in reality, was brainwashing us to believe it was a bad number, and theoretically, it's actually a good number. The black cat was another one. Oh, it's a black cat. No, the black cat actually is the one that keeps the spirits away in the house. So once you start learning all these truths out there and what they've been trying to do, it's always been about control. Day one. How do we control the masses? And you think about it. The only way you're going to control masses is you have to find something that will make them all obey. So what would you use? Oh, religion. They created religion. God created spirituality. There is a difference. Back in the day, there was no churches. Man created religion, then created the churches that people must go to, and then force them to give money to support those churches. Because why? The Creator wouldn't offer any help on that matter because of conception off of his map, his path. And what we're in now is called the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening is the upper consciousness of the mind expanding out. You have to have things that's going to expand you out. Oh, there's a big war coming. There's Armageddon. No, I can tell you right now, there's no Armageddon coming. Scare tactics, whole planet. Because that's not what this life is about. If you understand the difference from good and evil, neither one of them has the elements of the other. So, good will never have sacrifice. Good would never have crucifixion. And good would not allow another body to be crucified to save you of your sin. Because point being, when you're born, there's that initial spark of conception. That is a blessing from the Creator. It's giving you all the tools, giving you everything embedded into your DNA that you'll need through life. One of the things that He gives us is free will. Well, nobody can tell somebody what to do because you're not in that body, the mindset. You can advise, well, I think you're maybe off on the track a little bit, but it's up to that person to research what the other person said and make sure that he's doing what's right. From there, we only continue to go up. Once we start taking our eyes off the focus, start getting mixed up in this world with all the evil that's around it, you'll end up back in the same spot in a rut, just like a druggie does. So the best way is associate with people that are truth are needed. And the design has always been to create two parties, the good and the bad. Today, both parties are corrupt. Most churches are corrupt. People are going to argue with that. They can argue all they want. In fact, because most of them that are in the churches are blind, because they have taken their eyes off what matters and put it what makes them feel better. That's not learning. That's like giving a baby a pacifier. That's not the milk. That's the same fact. So the only way we're going to get through life is to merge with everybody with truth, fighting this fight, and to move on so we can go from one dimension to the next. We're almost ready to flip over to the fourth dimension. And the more people that do it, the faster we're going to get. And there, we will see the next reward of our levels. Colors will be different. The foods will be different. Poverty you won't see that poverty in the fourth dimension. You will see different things. We could see things like an avatar, different beings. They're not evil. I've been here the whole time. In fact, all these dimensions, say there's 10 dimensions. All 10 of those dimensions have different ETs, friendlies, whatever, on this plane that we're on. We just can't see them. And when you're in a certain dimension, you can't see up, but you can see down. So when you see somebody looking at you, I don't understand why they're doing that. It's because they don't know what they're doing. Because you're in the higher dimension, you see what they're doing. That is the difference. Everything we're going to see in the news and stuff is a distraction, is to bog your mind down to not move forward. But to move forward is you must focus on your goal. And what's our goal? To fight the fight. To go in there, and this is a digital war. And this war was the Redeemer would be coming back in the cloud. It didn't say who. All it says is be coming back in the cloud. Our Redeemer is already here. Some know who it is. Some will learn. The thing is, we're taught not to give the answers. We're taught to help and assist. But everybody has to do their own free will, has to learn. Now, somebody asks you for a question, you say, yeah, this is how I did it. And you can see if it works for you. So these are some of the stuff that's going on right now. And what we're going to see in the future is a lot of threats coming. And those are only there fearing you because the evil side needs the fear to feed off of to make them strong. If you smile, become happy, be enjoying, that gives the evil side, demons, some call it reptilians, that gives them the power of loss because they can't no longer absorb off of you. So this is kind of what someone asked me to put on because people are kind of questioning what's going on right now. Nobody really knows what's going on. But all this is an exercise for the increase the consciousness of the mind to allow us to move through dimensions from one to the next. So until the next time, I'll catch you later.